Welcome to lecture number 21. We are studying basic electrical engineering. In last lecture, we started studying AC circuit analysis and we studied complex numbers. We also studied that complex numbers can be represented in two forms, rectangular or polar. Rectangular form is represented with an R, capital R, letter R, and polar with capital letter P. The general format for a complex number represented in rectangular form is x, where x can be plus or minus, jy can be plus or minus, where this j is iota, whose value is square root of -1, right? Or it can be represented in polar form, where we have a magnitude term r, which is always positive because r is computed as square root of the square of x and y, the sum of squares of x and y, and theta. But theta can be plus or minus because it is inverse tan of phi over x. Right, in this lecture, we will study about arithmetic operations performed on complex numbers. These arithmetic operations can be the four basic operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. The addition operation is the simplest, and we see that if you want to add two complex numbers, rectangular is the preferred form, this form, where the number is represented as x plus minus jy. Z1, if it is the first number given as x1 plus jy1, and another number z2 is given to be x2 plus jy2. You want to add these two numbers, we'll add the real part x1 and x2 together and the imaginary parts together. But if the number is in polar form, it's difficult to add the numbers together. It's better to convert them into rectangular form to perform this addition operation in a simpler way. For a subtraction operation, if you want to subtract two numbers z1 and z2, we'll subtract their real parts and their imaginary parts. So even for subtraction, preferably numbers should be in the rectangular form. But for multiplication and division operations, the numbers should be in polar form so that these two operations can be performed efficiently. Let's see the multiplication operation. The same two numbers z1 and z2, if we want to multiply the two numbers together, we have to have them in their polar form. The polar form can be r1 at an angle of theta1. The first number, the second number, r2 at an angle of theta. If we want to multiply these two numbers together, that would be r1 times r2. The magnitude terms will be multiplied together and the angle terms are added. So in this way, two numbers can be simply multiplied. If it can be multiplied efficiently. But if these numbers are in the rectangular form, it will make things difficult for us because we'll have to do some longer calculation then. So to avoid that calculation, try to be in polar form before we perform this multiplication operation. The same is true about division operation. For division, even for division, the numbers should preferably be in polar form. If we divide these two numbers, the same two numbers, R1 at an angle of theta 1, R2 at an angle of theta 2. So we will divide their magnitudes, but the angles will be subtracted. So even for division operation, the calculations are simpler if the numbers are in their polar form. So in this lecture, we have studied the preferred forms of complex numbers for 4 basic arithmetic operations. We'll continue with circuit analysis, AC circuit analysis in upcoming lectures. Thank you.